Hey, everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Time for some coffee. Hey, Kevin, good morning. And Kathy, good morning. And also good evening for the people who join me in the overseas. Are you getting tea brewed? Okay, fair enough. Um, I want to do a big shout out to there's a French LARP group. There's a French LARP group that joined. There's some foam fanatics. Again, real quickly, guys. I'm wearing my foam fanatic. What is the foam fanatics? The foam fanatics is a Facebook group I started some years back. It's on Facebook, and what makes the group so great is that it's a a community for makers, new, old people just want to share techniques, where to get supplies, and what's so wonderful about it is it's international. So if you have a problem and you're working on a costume at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you jump on it, it's international. So it might be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Also, it's great for people starting off in different countries. Like, where can I get these supplies? And so people that live in different areas can help you with that, and also with techniques and how to build. But I love the group so much. It runs itself. And what it is, we keep the trolls and all the haters out. So it's a great community to get techniques and share ideas. Hey, JL, what's up? Welcome. Um, but yeah, it's a French. I just noticed when I had a bunch of new people join, and consistently there were all these people from a French LARP group, and like, that's wonderful. Somebody in the group was like, "Hey, man, I want to get a cosplay. You should check out Evil Ted." So whoever did that, thank you. uh, but today we're going to be making a foam hat. There it is. There's the pattern over there. I found myself staring at the pattern and noticing that the hat was a little like asymmetrical. And I remember when I made it, I was going to fix it, make it symmetrical. And I realized that hat's nothing's symmetrical in reality. Now, if I was making a costume like a robot or something, then you want things symmetrical. But for something like a hat, I want it to be organic looking. So I don't mind it being a little off on one side and the other. And so much that I'm actually going to flip the pattern for the other hats, kind of make it random, so that there's the brows. It's something you'll barely see. I don't know. It's just me babbling about pattern making. Oh, by the way, really quickly, I found these markers, and I love them. I was going to take them to work, but they're all dried up. But I still have one left. This is, sorry, get close so you guys can see this. Rev marker. This is a Rev marker white. Made in USA. These things are great for black foam. They're kind of the white marker. They're like the Sharpie in the white marker world. These things are really solid and really bright, and they work great. I love these guys. So if you're working with black foam as much as I do, these are great markers. It makes me realize I should order some today, because I had 3 and I grabbed them, and I think they're dry. I think the lids weren't on tight enough or something like that. But yeah, these guys are dead. Dang it! But this one's is still good. I think it's because I probably never opened it. So this guy's good, but this is great. So let me tell you what. While I'm thinking about this really quickly, while I have you guys, let me jump over. Oh, and I'm sorry. Speaking of that, uh, that is the Facebook group in the chat. If you guys do want to join, or if you're new to my channel, please click on that. It's a great Facebook group. I just bought some silver chrome markers and stinking habit with them. I'm stinking happy with them. Oh, really? What are these? Bought some silver chrome markers. Silver chrome markers. If you know, let's tell me about them more, Becky. But yeah, these guys. I'm always looking for different things. As silver Sharpies, they suck. Sorry, guys. We use them, and then you get like maybe 2 or 3 uses out of them, and they just dry up. They're ridiculous. But let me tell you what, guys. I'm just going to be. Let me jump over to Amazon really quick here. And if I don't do it, I'll forget. And then I want to just write down these markers in my supply list here. Rev. Yep, there they are. That's it. Found them. Oops, hold on. Don't buy them here. I have to switch accounts. That's my personal account. Switch. Like, what are you doing, Ted? How long, guys? I'm right, almost there. Almost. I know how I am. If I don't do this, I'll forget. So, all right, add to cart. Pound. Got. All right, good. Now we're done. I promise. All right, I'm back. Oh, Ted says, can you rehydrate pens? If you can, tell me. I don't know. I've never tried. Wait, somebody says here in chat goes, 99% alcohol. How would you get it into the pen? I've never tried it. I have a pen right here. It's dried out. All right, hold on. Dried out pen. Let's get some alcohol. See what happens. Hold on. Where's my alcohol? Hold on. Well, realistically, if you want to rehydrate them possibly, there's a cap on the back of these. You just have to get these guys off. And they're not designed to come off for a reason. But, tell you what, hold on. Let's give this a shot. Make an X-Acto blade. Let me see if we can pry this cap off for a second. But I believe markers are kind of like acrylic paint. Once the paint dries, it's done. And I think the marker ink too, might be the same way. I think if it gets too dry, I know the tip gets dry first, right? That's always the thing. If the tip gets dry, the tip might just be dry, and there might be plenty of ink back here. So that's another thing. Will only work for a line or two. Oh, right. You can't. Yeah, you'll be able to get a couple strokes out of it. He's right. That I believe. Oh wait, there it goes. Hold on. No, it does work. My thing is, let me try and get this cap off real quick here. Hold on. Let me just see if we can twist this off real quick from the back here. Oh, I got it. Ta-da! Lift it off. And we're going to shoot a little DNH. Got the cap off. I'm going to shoot a little DNH. Some alcohol down there. Ooh, that might have been too much, but that's all right. So now, put the cap back on. Because there's one that's working. This one's dried out. Where's the one that was working? Yeah, this one. Yeah, look at that market. I can't even say this one's super. This one's good. It's great shape. So here you go. I put alcohol in this one, but I'm not going to use it right away. Let it soak a little bit. So I'm going to throw this over here in this container. And I'm going to do the same thing to this one, because this one, yeah, this one's bone dry too. So let's see if we can save these guys. We'll do this, and then I'll come back halfway through the stream and we'll check them and see how they turn out. If we can save these guys. And again, it's not that they're expensive. It's just that it's something to do, you know, when you're in a pinch. Like, all right. Squirt a little alcohol in there. Okay, that's it. And then let that soak. Put the cap back on. Let me wet the front too while I'm at it. I'm thinking about it. This guy too. Right. Okay. Yeah, these are my old Robo. I've beaten the crap out of these things, and they're beat the crap. I've had them for years. Forgot where I got them. Oh, shake. Well, it's foam. There's not a rattle can, Becky. There's nothing here to shake it. It's just a foam applicator. Just sucked it up. My thing is just let it sit. Becky's like, shake them. Shake. Okay, anyway, today we're going to be making the hats. We're going to be using 6mm foam from my Cosplay Pros. Guys, again, Cosplay Pros is based out here in California, more like Arizona. They do ship out here in the U.S., so. Oh. If you'd like to know where I get my foam, that's where I get my foam at Cosplay Pros. Where do you get your foam, Cosplay Pros? Is that a cat going to be? It's like a slogan. Oh, really quickly, guys, have you not joined Blue Sky yet? Blue Sky is the new Twitter that's not so angry and hateful like X's. But it is called Blue Sky. And the reason I'm telling you guys is because I just got on it. Because in my life of being in social media, any social media platform that's launching, I got to get on it. So I can just kind of, but I went to get on it, and a lot of people are not on it. So, because I was trying to find all my friends, they're not on Blue Sky yet. So, because I'm on Threads, I left X like, God, years ago. No, matter of fact, last year. I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, got off of that. Whew. The mod. A couple more sips of my coffee. Yeah, Blue Sky. Kathy, you on it yet? It like gets 1 million subscribers a day. I tied up my name on Blue Sky ages ago. We'll see what it does. Luckily, when I got on it, I was able to get Evil Ted. That's how I realized people are still joining because there was only one Evil Ted. When I got on Instagram and stuff, there's a bunch of Evil Teds, but I have the same handle, so I was lucky to keep the same handle. But I got on Instagram, it had to be Evil Ted _channel, but nobody, there's so many Evil Teds and variations of Evil Ted. I was like, damn it. So I jumped on Blue Sky. I was able to get Evil Ted. Like, hey, it worked. So. But again, whoever's asking about rehydrating the markers, we tried it. So there you go. We will let you know how it works. You're not showing on my search, damn it. On Blue Sky? That's terrible, Becky. Let me see if I can find. Are you on there? Hold on, guys. Let me jump on Blue Sky and see if I can find my friend Becky. I'm sorry, Going Ape costume. Blue Sky. Here we go. Please verify your email. Oh. Did I not? Oh, verify your email. Get started. Oh, that's what happened. That's why you're not seeing me, Becky. I didn't verify my email. Hold on. See, it's always something. Blue Sky, Blue Sky, Blue Sky. It must be in updates. Hold on. Guys, I'll find it. Verify. Social. Oh, yeah, I gotta find this now. Because I'm not verified. Blue. Oh, I have to do it. All right, here he goes. It just did it. I have to. Hey, what'd you guys do today? We got on live stream and watched Ted. Again, there it is. Email confirmation. All right, here we go. I can type in my code word now. W C I 2 dash V Yep, verified. There you go. All right, Becky, you might be able to find me now. Just I'll check my profile. Yep, there it is. No post yet. All right, guys, sorry about that. Got it. Okay, so look for me now, Becky. I think I think I should be able to pop up now. I got verified. Evil Ted Blue Sky Social. Well, anyway, guys, let's get back to business here. What I like about these markers, it's good for when you're doing big pieces and things like that. I love the fine tip uniballs for all the detail work when you're doing small details. But this stuff is great. But we're definitely going to go back and check these markers in a little bit. Let those guys soak and see if we can actually rehydrate our markers. Because I think what happens is if it gets dry all the way through, you're kind of screwed. But I think what happens is the tip dries first, and when it dries, the stuff behind it still might be good. So you have to soften the tip a little bit. All right. Let's grab some foam. Again, we're going to use some 6mm Cosplay Pro foam. All right, what we have here. Let's tell you what. Let's start with the. It's not going to be big enough. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Set this aside for a sec. So this is black foam, of course. Get you guys set. All right. Yes, I got some glue. Kevin. Now let's get my... Ooh, wait a minute. Here's one of the markers we did. Let me see if it's working. No, you're right. Only for a second. Let's let it soak a little longer. You're right. It gets a couple quick strokes out of it, and then... I know, guys. Maybe not. But I'll tell you what. Let's soak. Okay. Well, anyway, since this marker we have is working, let's use it, shall we? Like this. I mean, it's not super strong, but you can tell it's on the verge of dying. But at least it's working. So. Oops. The registration marks, got it, and then we do my little line here. All right, I got that, but let's go ahead and use this too for this inside. Don't want to waste any foam. Put that right there. And this we're going to use the my Uniball. All right, got that, got this. Like that. Perfect. Make sure I get this mark. There you go. Yep, see? Nice. Mark you can actually see. Oh, hold on. Somebody says, the keys, lay them on their side. Ah, good idea. Here, tell you what, let me take these guys. And I did. I laid them, so it says the key to resolving your pins, lay them on their side for a few hours, adding the solvent that allows the solvent to redistribute evenly throughout the foam core. Nice. Thank you, JL. That's great. Now, the one here, I don't want to mess with the one that's working. Yeah, this is the one that's working. So let's put that aside. That's a great tip. Thank you. So since I have the alcohol right here, I was doing still here. I think we can add a little bit more alcohol to it. All right, squirt some alcohol in here again. Let them soak and then lay them on their side. You're absolutely right. It makes complete sense because I'm trying to reactivate the front, but it doesn't matter if it's on its side. It should help. So let's do that too. Because I had these pins, I never used them. I use them, but very rarely. I got the, what happened was I had the Uniball pins. I just used them all the time. I forgot about these markers. And then by the time I discovered them again, because I liked them when I first started working with them, I just didn't use them. So, but he's right. I get them. I'm going to lay them on their side, let them sit. All right, now, let's get back to the hat. So our next thing we're going to trace is get this on here, the bill. This is the brim. Let me get that. All right, what do I do with my Uniball? I just had it in my hands. Did I throw it back in here? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Now, this pattern you guys are seeing, this is actually my Vampire Hunter D pattern. I didn't want to make, I was going to make a pattern. I was going to make a new hat pattern. And I finally realized, wait a minute, I have a hat pattern. This is my Vampire Hunter D hat pattern. But the D pattern was very stylized, the rim of the hat. So I took the pattern and just made the base round. So I wanted the hat to be more of a straight round brim, because D hat's more stylized and triangular. So, but I like the shape of the hat. Just change the brim of the hat. All right. Yeah, see, this guy's drying out. Hold on, let me grab another one. These things are great, but they do run out of ink. They don't so much dry out; they just run out of ink, because they're like a ballpoint pen. They have white ink in them, and they're perfect for foam. All right, got it. Now, let's cut these guys out. So this one, where's the paper? My knife. Like I do, I like to separate things first. Let's do that first. Separate them. There we go. That. Let's trim this guy up. At least cut this guy on the line here. That. Oh wait, let's cut this guy out first, because we still have to do a bevel. All right. Now, let's cut this rim and make sure it's sharp. Hey, Moscato, what's up? Good to see you, man. Making foam hats. What's up? Hey, Makesmith, not missing today, man. Hey, Makersmith, thank you so much for joining us today. We're making a hat, making a foam hat. Overhead. Now we're gonna cut this thing out. Let's start with the. I'm just gonna do the rim really quickly here. I'm just going to do, of course, I'm going to draw on the inside of the Sharpie line, the white marker line. When I'm cutting, I'm always pressing. So I know for a fact I'm actually working on cutting the mat underneath the table, underneath the foam that is, to make sure I'm going all the way through. Right. All right. There, we got our brim. So this inside line, when I cut the bevel needs to go in this direction. So I'm actually going to bevel out. There's beveling in, but this time we're beveling out. I'm going to do this. Let's get that. Could you just want to do this with a craft knife? Yeah, let's try a craft knife. Huh? Let's switch over to the craft knife. Oops. Don't. Here. Sorry, guys. It turned on you there. Let me fix that. All right. Got it. Okay. Since these are tight curls, I'm thinking it'd be easier just to do with a craft knife. So, picking this edge. Again, focus on cutting the table underneath the foam. Follow our line. There, got that. Now this guy, we cut this, but it goes underneath. We're gonna do a bevel underneath here. So we're gonna bevel in on this one. Yeah, it doesn't have to be as steep on this one, so I'm gonna go as steep. Alright. Alright. Oh, we have our dart right here. Of course, that's 90. It's like this. Alright, got that. Where's the other piece I have? Hold on, oh, here it is, this guy. So now, this is beveling out. So for this guy in the hat, this bevels out as well too. So they can make connection. So beveled out, beveled out. This, of course, the bottom of the ren right here. So we're going to bevel this as well. We're going to bevel it out. So this time we're going to use the bigger knife, the utility knife, because this curve's a little bit more, a little subtle, and it's tight, so it's a lot easier to do. Same thing, going to start cutting, keeping the blade tilted outward. Now I know people are thinking, do you go to inside line, the outside line? When you're doing something like this with foam, it's not that big of a deal. It's pretty forgiving. So, not that big of an issue. Oh, look, see my hand's healing. Doesn't look so bad now, right? Okay, that. And of course the back end is 90. That's where they join. So we'll cut that. Like that. And this guy is beveled in, and this has to be beveled in. So this is going to sit on top of that. So this gets beveled in. So now we're tilting inward. I know what you're saying, Ted. You make it look so easy. That's because I do this a lot. The more you do it, the better you get. The practicing it. It's just, trust me, I when first started, I used to get really frustrated as well too, and I'd be like, damn it, and you just have to stick to it. And over the years, I've been at this for years. I'm still learning new techniques all the time. It's crazy. Okay, so we can just let's see, do we want to cheat this? Yeah, let's go ahead and so we're going to go ahead and build this first. There we go. You know, I have to move. Every time I move stuff, I have to add sound effects. That's just one of the things I do. Okay. Let's get a heat board. Get that. Again, the heat board is to protect your heating mat. We all get lazy and start heating stuff, and all of a sudden the heat mat starts to warp from the heat. So when you're working with a heat gun a lot, it's just good to throw down a piece of wood. When you're heating, it distributes the heat and doesn't damage your table or your heating mat. And I was at Bill Duran's house at Punish Props, and he had a board, and he just decorated and painted it, because it's funny, because the reason he did that is the same reason I do it, because you don't forget what this is and don't use it for a project. I'll have a piece of wood I had set aside. I'm like, oh, this will make a nice heat board. And I wasn't doing a project. Oh, here's a piece of wood. And I cut it up and I realized, oh, crap, I cut my heat board. So I painted it. So now when I see this, I know not to use it because it's my heat board. It has paint on it on both sides. Look at that, see? Heat board. Sad but true. Okay, guys, so let me drink some coffee and catch up with chat real quick before we start heating. And then once we do that, we'll glue the top of the hat together, and then we'll glue that onto the brim, and that's going to be pretty much it. And it goes fast because I have some things I need to do today. I have these those masks. This is my Saturday and Sunday are my days off, and my friend John's got his film, and we're going to finish up these masks, and so I got to take advantage of this day. I tried to take the projects with me to do at lunch. Like, oh yeah, like when I used to work at the prop house, I'd work and then we'd call lunch. I'd, focus on something like that. But, Ted, you make it look easy. Thanks, Dale. Kevin, again, thank you so much, Kevin. You're always consistent. Kevin, with your, oh wait, I don't hear the blurs, with your $5. So thank you so much. That's going to pay for that coffee I'm drinking. Hold on, wait. I have my little USB port for my headphones, which I'm going to take that money, Kevin, you've been donating, and use that money to buy some new wireless speakers. Let me show you what I'm dealing with right now. Here's the sad thing. These things work. They still work. And they sound great, and they charge. It's just all this plastic, within less than a year, it just started breaking. they make this stuff so bad now where I was like, F you, I'm not throwing these things out because they still work. So I started throwing tape and things around them and cardboard. It just they're falling apart, but they work. And I'm just like, yeah. Makesmith says he was using heat gun on his heating mat. Yeah. Makesmith, trust me, that's how I learned. What happened to you is exactly what happened to me. I was doing the same thing, and also my heat like, brrr, and then when it gets warped, it won't go back. I've tried to heat it back up and fix it, and it doesn't get fixed. It gets warped, so you end up having to buy a new one. So that's what I ended up doing. I had to buy a new cutting mat. I could never get it to go back flat again. So, heat boards, people. I should talk about why you want to use a heat board because it will damage your heat mat. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It was crazy. It does. It warps it. And these heat mats doesn't take much. When you start getting heat on it, they bow. They start curving and getting all wacky. So, plant obsolescence. Dude. Oh, Kevin, it's more than, yeah, it's such a scam. My buddy works at Warner Brothers, and apparently he told me this story that Warner Brothers got called out for it. They were making really crappy DVDs that would only last about, like, they would degrade really quickly, like within a year. And you go to play it, like it wouldn't break, so you had to go buy a new one if you wanted it. And apparently, some whistleblowers were like, hey man, they're doing this intentionally, and they got called out for it, so they stopped doing it. So that's why I stick with Blu-rays now. I have old movies I purchased that, older stuff is not, but yeah, it's weird. You can warp it, but you can't do it with a spot. You can find something enough weight. It's another thing, Becky. I've saved other things, put them in a car. Like in the summertime, if you throw it in a car and it gets hot and even. If it gets hot evenly. Becky's right. If you have throw in the back seat of a car or back window of a car and let it get nice and hot and then lay it on something flat, it'll cool flat. But when it curls, yeah, it's kind of tough. It is tough. Oh. Put it in the net about a sun in a black trash bag. Woo. But anyway, I want a new pair, and I've been just not doing it because I'm like, no, F you guys. And my fear is that I'm going to buy something. The one thing I want to do is I found another brand. It's these game headsets my family bought me. That when I put them on and I'm playing a game, I don't hear anything else. Like my wife has to stand in front of me and wave. They'll call my name and I won't hear it. Like, Ted. I'm like, what? Huh? I don't hear it. Get my earphones. So the company that makes those, I'm going to find a wireless version of those and buy them to replace these. So I'm looking at the company that got those headsets and see if I can find a wireless version of those for when I work up. Because normally I'm with you guys. I don't really wear them. I don't need them. But when I'm working in the shop and my family's downstairs, they got TV on or they have people over, I want to be able not just kind of zone out. So I put those on. I want to just block out the outside noise. And every company, everybody's like, oh yeah, this blocks out cancellation headphones. I'm like, they're all bullshit. I've never had a pair that worked that great. But those I liked. So I'm going to try those to see if they do. But everybody or all say noise cancellation. I have not found a pair yet. Oh, it's funny, Becky. Mine, I could probably soak it. It's just that it's so cut up. I might just get a new one over time. Oh, did it? Okay, excellent. Yeah, makes sense. Just put it out in the hot sun. That'll do it. I bought a new mat, and they sent it to me folded in half. What? Oh, I'd be so mad if they sent me a mat folded in half. Was that Amazon, Becky? Who did that? That. Oh man. Oh, I'm not buying from them. I'll go somewhere else and buy it. Oh, that would anger me so much. I'd get on social media and bitch about that one. Not because it's gonna hurt them. I gotta fold it out. I know, Becky, but it's just that's lazy. They didn't used to. I used to get them flat when I bought mine. I got them flat. I understand like the big ones. When you get the big, giant, big ones, they roll them. That I've had things in rolls. Like they roll in a big tube. It's one thing. That's not a problem. But fold in half. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Amazon owns my soul. I know, Becky. I think he owns all our souls. Okay, enough of that. Let's get to work. Let's do it. Enough griping. One more sip of coffee. Let's get to work. And Kevin, again, thank you for the $5. All right. So, get our heat gun. This, you know what? Like that, nice, and it's gonna maybe like curve like this middle up. That. Oh, look what I have here. I have some glue. So let's dab a little glue since I have a new bottle. Dab a little glue right there. Rub my darts together like that. Then apply glue to our inside edge right there. Let's move all this stuff here. Ooh, wait, turn my fan on. Hold on, guys, this fan. Ooh. There we go. And top half here. All right, waiting for some glue to dry. Um, hey, John the Modifier, my friend, how you doing? How you doing? He's like, how's it going? It's going good, John. I've been busy like you. You were John wrote to me. And it's like, hey Ben, he's been busy. Hasn't been able to have tackle the Mega Man helmet. I said that's okay because I have footage on my computer. I haven't even edited yet because I've been jumping on doing a job. So, but what are your thoughts on earplugs they're using for power tools? Oh my God, yes, makes up earplugs all the time. Power tools, anything. Because what happens is for you youngsters out there, you're when it's loud noise, you have little hair, little like best way to describe it, you have little hairs in your ears, like hair follicles, what for your ears, and when it gets too loud, it pushes them down, and then, but then you're young, they pop back up again. The more and more loud noise you get over time, they keep getting pushed down, 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 but don't come back up. So you start to lose your hearing. So I highly recommend when you're working with high powered tools. I have a bunch here. I'll show you real quickly. I have these guys, these little rubber earplugs, and every time I use the Dremel, anything high pitch, Dremel cutting metal or something like that, like wee high pitch stuff, earplugs, please. Maker Smith. Oh, it's Make Smith. I keep saying Maker Smith. Make Smith. Yes, please, earplugs. Yeah, I see the ones in the strings. I should get those. I keep losing. I have these guys. I have them. When I'm at work, I find them in my jacket pocket or my pocket. They're always everywhere. That's why I have a big thing of these right here. Oh, Zoe says, "Oh, Ted, it's so good to see you online doing your thing." Hi, Zoe. Thank you. 9 came without, but did come with a little drum-like container with a belt clip. Yeah, do that. Just keep them with you, because trust me, you're gonna thank me later. Keep doing it, because I got lazy about it, and now I start doing it. I worked with this guy, Jason, and Jason saw me one day cutting. He's like, "Ted, earplugs, please, all the time." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so he finally pulled me. So he goes, "Look, I'm telling you," he goes, "I've seen people just lose their hearing over years. The guys go to heavy metal bands, and like he's like, I'm telling you, take care of your ears." I'm like, "Oh," he put a lot of fear in me. He scared the crap out of me. I'm like, "Oh shit." And Jason is like a really mad, talented guy, and he works everywhere. He's done Disney and Mandalorian. He does all these big shows, and he's a fantastic fabricator. And for somebody of his caliber to tell me to wear earplugs just out of the kindness of my heart, like he's like, and he said, when you see people doing stuff, bring it to their attention. So now I'm passing it forward. My friend Jason, who knows what he's talking about, said wear earplugs at high-pitched noises all the time. You ever seen those big ones? Those are good too. My buddy Jeff has those. So he has them at his desk. So when he goes to use the bandsaw or grinds, he just slips them on. That's too. If you have a big foam, those aren't bad to have. I just like these guys because they're just convenient and easy. But they all do the same thing. They take out the high noise. It's taking out that high pitch, that really high pitch. That's what you want to protect yourself from. Like the big airport ones too. Those guys land the jets and stuff. Yeah, wear those because they're so loud. All right, let's start some gluing. Got this lined up. Like that. And that line right there is the front. So we do this. Like that. And then so we start lining our registration marks right there on the edge. Stick. Stick, 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 stick. And again, when something doesn't look like it's going to line up, pull and push. Don't let them not get lined up here. All right, like that. And like that. Got it. All right. Other side. So see, what I'm doing is I'm pushing on the table because I can't. Make sure you get that lined up. Do a little pressure behind it. There you go, like that. Got this. Good, good. Come around. Line her up. Look at that. Now, this looks good. Before we glue this on, let's go ahead. Oops. Good God, Ted, drop this up here. You know what happens is what happens when you don't put things back where they belong. So let's put that back where it belongs. Is I'm going to take my earplugs and put them in my ears, and then I'm going to mute it because I'm going to take the stone bit on my tool, my rotary tool. Let's get a stone bit. So I want to knock these edges down. Because I want this to look like a hat, make it a little more organic. So I'm going to soften these edges. So I got my stone bit, my earplugs, and then I just mute. Oh wait, let me move the rotary tool so you guys can see what I'm doing. I have a hook I have off camera, which is I put, because I discovered when I was working, people could see what I was doing because the hook was over off the side of the camera. So now I've got it hanging just in front of the camera. Okay, working without them from now. Good, good, good. Makes me think. Yes, thank you. Makes it, please, definitely. It says, because your ears recover because you're young, but over time it doesn't. So it's good earplugs. Earplugs protect that. Even makes it also a rotary tool using your Dremel or rotary tool. Earplugs. That high pitch over a long duration of time can do damage. So Kevin's like, what? What? Ah, Kevin, you're funny. Ah. Mm. Kathy says, Air Force, vets are hearing loss our number one issue when they leave the service. Yeah, because when they're in the range and they're shooting guns and ammunition and shooting ammo, they don't. It's like there's no time to throw earplugs in. They're like, oh, we get ready to go in combat. Earplugs, put on some safety protection. No, they make you do that when you're at a shooting range. It's like it's mandatory. When you're at a shooting range, shooting guns, it's mandatory to wear goggles and earplugs. They won't let you shoot a gun without them. But if you're in the service, yeah, fuck it, go. Yeah. Firing a pistol or a gun without earplugs, it is deafening. It is so loud. First time I ever went shooting, it's like, wee. Like just one fire, boom. It's so loud. So yeah, they don't let afterburn. Yeah, and the jets, the high pitched jets. The jets are so loud. It's so loud. Not to mention jets. Yeah, the jet engines are so loud. All right, hold on, guys. I can talk for hours. I love it. All right, overhead. There we go. Mute you guys real quick. Okay. Excellent. See, see that nice small, like kind of soft, like kind of like it's push bent leather, on a hat. So then we're going to glue these guys together. Right? Hopefully, let's see this all works. Let's. Let me apply glue really quick to these guys. This time around, I think I'll tell you what we're going to do. This glue is brand new and it's really thin. I'm going to do 2 coats because when I was sticking that hat together, I could tell that it's grabbing, but it could be better if it was a couple more coats. I'm going to do 1 thin coat, let it soak in, and we'll do a 2nd coat. And the reason I do that is because this contact cement is thin, and the first coat usually soaks into the foam, which is not a bad thing. It's just that you need glue to stick to itself. So sometimes the majority of the glue goes into the foam. So we're just going to do 2 thin coats here. That. I mean, I'm going to put it on generously, but it's still going to do 2 coats. I can tell you that right now this brim needs to be heated up. I should have done that first. But I can still do it once it's glued together. I want the brim to lay nice and flat, so to find the best way to do that is to heat the foam up. It still has a little bit of a curl when it was shipped to me. This is the thing, when I get my foam from Cosplay Pros, it comes in a roll. And the first thing I do is I unroll it and try to lay it out flat or hang it up. Or if it's the summertime, I'll throw it in the back seat of my car and let the heat take, and the heat just takes the curl out of it. All right, let's give that a couple minutes. Let that dry, and we'll do 2 coats. Oh, sorry, Kathy. Turn this. Kathy. Oh, it's so much better now. JL says I've had in both my ears where occasionally blocks out other sounds like Uncle Sam. Man, sorry, man. I don't doubt it. That's some serious tinnitus. Are these hats made for specific actors? Kathy, they're for, I'm making them generic enough. The foam I'm using is 6mm foam, so the foam's gonna be really thin. So what I'll end up doing is when they're all sealed, I'm gonna line foam inside of them, and therefore it's just kind of like a one size fits all kind of thing. It's gonna be soft enough that we can stuff the hat onto people. So yeah, they're like these bad guys in the film. There's in the store. There's a bunch of these guys in black trench coats and flat brim hats and these masks, and our heroes. They're like kind of like the stormtroopers. They come in, he fights them all the time. So we realize in the show, there's only you never really see more than 3 in a shot. So we're going to shoot the movie to where it looks like there's a bunch of them, but we're only making 3 costumes. So it needs to fit just about anybody. So, but yeah, not really designed for anybody else. Just, oh yeah, I bought me 20% service. Oh my God, JL. Well, thank you for your service, my friend. Seriously, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Because you guys aren't respected enough, you don't get any pensions, enough money. Yeah, I'm gonna control myself, not get on a soapbox here. Oh wait, Mixer says a keyless quick release connects don't work well on my Dremel, and the bit comes loose after a little while. Am I just doing it wrong? On your you said there's a key to it. The keyless. Oh, the keyless. Oh, you have a keyless truck too. I don't believe so. I mean, here's the thing. Do you have the same, Makesmith? Do you have the same setup that I do? Hold on, guys. Let me show. Here, because this is my Fordham. Do you have this kind of bit? Oh, Booger says, I just got here. I have to watch The beginning later. No worries, Booger. What's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Um, Boog. I just call him Boog for short. Uh, oh yeah, you can make a stovepipe, Pap. That's easy. Oh, oh God, it's Psych. Hold on. I know how to pronounce your name. Ah, crap. So I remember, it's been a while. Yeah, it's just like that. It doesn't work directly. Yeah, but you're right. It's bit. What it is, if you have the push button and it comes loose, what I'd recommend though is get a pair of pliers. If you have a pair of pliers next to you, just hold down that lock button, take a pair of pliers, and put extra to it because sometimes your hand doesn't get the torque it needs. But again, if you tighten it with a wrench, you have to have a wrench to untighten it. But if you're having trouble getting too loose, get a pair of pliers or like some wrench, some with some teeth on. You can grab it and go and get a little extra to it, make it strong, let it go. But then again, you have to do that to take it off. That should help. Psychosis. Psychosis 99. That's it. I got it. I knew I'd get it. Psychosis. I kept going. Why do I remember that Psychosis? What's up, Psychosis? Yeah, he's right though. They get cheap and they fall apart after a while. But I think Make Smith is just want to know what he can do. Not anything opposite of buying a new one. It's not right. I knew I'd get it. I kept going. Why do I know that name? Psychosis. That's it. Thanks, brother. All right. While we're talking, let's put a second coat on, and we're gonna put this hat together. The thing is so funny is I usually would do three at the same time, but I'm just gonna build one today because I gotta make three hats. I was gonna do it today in the stream, but I just want to make one hat to complete the project so you guys can see what I'm doing, so we can have one done, and then I'm going to wrap up the stream today. I got some other things I got to finish up because today's my day off, and I got my poor friend John and his film, which is the job he's paying me for, and I got more things I have to do for his film, so I need to get stuff done on that before I go back to work on Monday. On the other project I'm working on, which I can't talk about, but I'm happy to announce that I have friends who've started on Fallout, the new season of Fallout. They're doing that right now, which is great. The new Fallout series. And I'm happy they're doing that. That show was a smash hit. And they're doing some neat things with a flashback with the ghoul, who's actually was once an actor. And there's some cool flashback stuff with this. Focus. Where you see him discovering that his wife is part of the whole Vault Tech people, and she's part of the badness. And apparently they get divorced, but you don't see how it all kind of falls apart and what it goes to. And you see him running with his girl, like when the fall thing starts to happen. So I'm sure we'll get more flashbacks of him and how he becomes who he is and his evolution of his story, because they do a lot of flashbacks. And so I think it's a show. The second season, we'll probably see more of him probably getting his girl to a safety shelter, or she doesn't make it, or he gets blasted and turns into the ghoul. So it's like, get to work. I got commissions to make puppets, so that's what I'm doing. Right, Becky? We all have our jobs we're doing. Hanging at the airbase. That's right. Are they back there, Becky? They have to. I'm sure that's a great location for the Brothers of Steel. Are they coming back? Have you seen them out there yet? Because they said they're going to be shooting there. Sarkosis says, "Are you going to take full advantage of the wide open verse of they have in the Fallout stuff? You think?" They're smart. They're really smart to making a story. They're taking the Fallout universe, the game, and doing a different story with it, but staying inside the realm of it. That's what made the show so fun. They really nailed the game really well. But I don't know. I think the guys they're off to a great start. I think they got a good idea. When to get my kiddos, I gotta go look. Honestly, didn't change any of the surroundings. So it's so funny. But you'll see crews and stuff. You'll see trucks and trailers if they do start shooting there. But I'm pretty sure they will. They'll probably go back to some of the locations they had. But Hollywood's changed. A lot of things are changing. It's just they're shutting things down in certain studios. And it's like what was working last year or the year before. It's just a shit show right now. All right, guys. I think this is dry enough. Let's do this. So, as you can see, I'm going to start right here on my registration mark on the front. Got it. Come down like that. Oh, no, don't. Hold on. Ooh, so now I have the second coat. It's really grabbing. Hold on. Don't you stick yet, you son of a bitch. Oh, there's a spot missing. It's like registration key missing. That's all right. Let's fix that. Don't you stick, you son of a bitch, on like that. There it goes. It's going, and ta-da! All right, there it goes. Got it. So I come back in here like this. Make sure we make contact. This guy's a little off. Wait, this one's a little off. That's well. Nah, screw it. It's on there now. Okay. Now see the brim is a little kind of wanky, so I'm going to take a heat gun to it. Let's do it. All right, let that lay there, let it cool. That's one thing cool about foam. When you heat up, it does cool off quite quickly. So make sure it's nice and flat. Yeah, because originally when I made the hats, I kind of put a little bit of a little flat, little tin to the brim. And my friend, the director, he's like, can you keep them? Can you make the hat brims flat? I said I can. So I'm going to work on keeping this hat brim flat as possible, kind of like the Amish. Yeah, that's it. That's what he wanted. I'm definitely going to take a stone bit and round off the edge a little bit. Sorry. Let me catch up with chat really quick. I think they shot the first one HID. Usually we know if they are filming. Okay. I see a big, long running opportunity for sales, minimal as they are. Just hoping they take full advantage of the whole, don't pigeonhole themselves. No, Psychos, I hear you. There's a chance that the heat gun messes with. Oh, Makesmith. Heat, yeah. When the glue is fresh, if you get too much heat on the glue, it will delaminate. But the thing is, just focus on the area. When you're heating foam and something's been glued together, just don't put heat to the glue areas. Just kind of heat the foam in general. But after a couple hours of the contact cement drying, the heat won't affect it. That's why I always tell people when you build something, like I usually build a helmet, when it's all done, I'll let the glue dry for like 45 minutes and then I'll come back and heat the entire helmet and it won't fly apart. If you do it when the glue's too fresh, the heat will make the glue get soft and it'll come apart. But you're right, that's a good observation. But you're right, what happens is the longer you let the glue dry, it becomes inert and it's safe. So you can heat it and it won't come apart. So if you have something you really want to do a lot of heating to, my suggestion is go ahead and build it, then let it dry. Give it about an hour. Give the glue, let everything dry, and then come back with a heat gun and heat everything, and everything relaxes and kind of takes the shape you want it to take shape, and then let it, then it's fine. But yeah, you can let it, just like I did that. I just heated the areas I wanted to heat. I didn't put any heat on the glue or anything like that. So that's a great question. Thank you. I live in a tiny border town, Nevada, in the Salt Flats. There's a retired air base here where they shoot a lot of films. The air base where they train the military. They drop nukes. That's right. Go watch Con Air. That's right. That's the air base. The Con Air. Dip that hat. Beep. The hat looks awesome. Well, thank you. It turned out right. Keeps going out of focus. Start going out of focus. There it goes. Better. I wonder if Ted can do a Spanish accent. Oh no, Becky, I'm not getting canceled. Thanks for trying. Yeah, you're right. It's very much a very Spanish style, like the dancing hat. I had a hat like that. My friend Debbie had a hat like that. I loved it. I almost got one. I'm like, that's a super dope ass hat. Italian maybe. Okay. Yeah, little beads, little decorations. But yeah, this came out great. I have now 2 more to make. They went pretty quick. Normally, when I'm building something, I like to do all the stuff, like bevel the, take a roller, do all that stuff, then glue it all together. Hey, Kagato, what's up, man? He says, hey Ted, I'm not sure if I ever told you, but I used your Vampire Hunter D foam hat pattern to make a leather hat. It looks good, but ended up a little too small. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Kagato, I think, yeah, because what is that? It's that weird thing where you make patterns, you compensate for the thickness of the foam. And it's like, it's one thing I learned too when I was making stuff. Like, I always tell people, if you have a pattern, like when I was making that chrome visor helmet, people I was having a hard time fitting it on my head. I said, take the same pattern and use 8 mil or 6 mil, use a thinner foam. It'll still go together the same, but you'll have a lot more room inside of it. But yeah. So, Kagata, what did you do with the hat? You made a nice leather hat. Did you give it to somebody? Did you keep it? Babaloon! Yep, you're right. Leather is not. It'll stretch a little bit. You get some mileage out of it. not as much. But yeah, there's a, oh, hold on. Let's get the mask. Oh, take my glasses off. That's one thing I realized too. These guys wear these masks. They have to wear the hat too with them. So hold on. Well, that's it. We could definitely need some spandex hoods. But yeah, this is what the guy's gonna be wearing, and I think I want to do like a fabric band on the hat or something. I think to add a little bit more realism to it. But it's these guys wear this, the hats, and these gonna be foam padding. I might put a strap. Sorry. I'm talking with the mask on. Is that they're doing a lot of fighting in the show, these bad guys. That's creepy. Thanks, Becky. They're supposed to be. In the show, they're doing a lot of fighting, so I had foam to put them on their heads, but I might do a chin strap. So when they put the hats on, do mask, hat, and then chin strap with Velcro, like a snap or something like that. So when they put them on, they can fight and not have the fear of their hats flying off. Although, unless you want to take the hats, they get knocked off while they're fighting. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. So. Oh, thank you. Makes me guys like, yeah, they're crazy. I did the good. Definitely, my thing I'm gonna do is this edge of the hat. I would take a stone bit and knock it down so it's a little bit round on the edge, because it looks thick when you're looking at it close, but on screen it's just gonna look like a fedora, like a big fat fedora hat. You won't ever see them that close. So. All right. Sip some coffee. Oh, really quickly, guys. Again, I talked about people who just joined me. If you haven't, Becky needs a burrito. Becky, I hear you, sister. Becky needs a burrito. Let me. Wait, stop. Is my supposed to be I'm wearing my hoodie today. It's the Foam Fanatics. If you would like to get one of these, I have the links below. You just click on the Teespring shop, and you have different designs, different colors. This is the name of my Facebook group I have on YouTube. No, I'm sorry. My Facebook group I have on Facebook called the Foam Fanatics. It's a great, if you're new to cosplay or want to get into cosplay and you're looking for help or people to direct you the right direction, where to get supplies, where to find patterns and whatnot, they're all right there in the Facebook group. When you join, I ask 2 questions. All you need to do is answer the 2 questions and you're in. I do that just to kind of keep the bots and the trolls out, because there's a lot of them out there these days. So I want to keep those guys out. So by all means, please. Great group. I think you guys would benefit from it a lot, especially if you're new to cosplay. This again, guys, thank you so much again for hanging out and joining me every Sunday at my wonderful 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'd like to have a better idea what I'm going to be doing next Sunday. I don't know yet, because I'm going to try to get. I want to finish up the face mask stuff today and get those sealed so I can start painting them and getting ready for my friend's film. because he's going to need them soon. It's going to sneak up on us before we know it, and I want to have that stuff done. I want to get these hats done too. And it's funny, my Cassie, John's wife, who also is the costume designer for the show, was like, when I offered the making the hat, she's like, "Oh crap, I didn't think about that." She's like, she was thinking about just looking for hats to buy. And I'm like, I'd say, trust me, your budget's going to go quickly because hats are expensive, especially big brim hats. I said the thing you want to save the money for are the trench coats. Like these guys wear trench coats, black trench coats, and either get somebody to make them for you, or find them, or rent them. So, evil never sleeps. Yeah, it's too much on my plate is what it is. I got too much going on at one time. Too much. It's an old saying, when it rains it pours, right? Yeah, oh my God, right, Becky? That's what I told her. It's like any kind of trench coat jacket is freaking expensive. Even the cosplay world, even if you want a fake one, it's not cheap. So that's what my big concern was. You might want to look into look at like some Halloween stores, like getting like the cheap Halloween like trench coats and modify them a little bit. But yeah, dusters are yeah, you're absolutely right. Dusters, that's what they're called. Thanks, Becky. I was trying to think what they're called. It's a great. It's like always like my friend last night. Ina was over and I built these planters, and they're actually called beds, planter beds. I'm like, oh, that's what I just like. I built these big wood planters, and they're beds. They're planter beds. They're big beds. We have a patio, and it had these vines growing, and we realized the vines are just became root locked because we had these little boxes, and then just filled up with roots so much they were growing outside the box. So I went out, got some lumber, and made these giant planter beds for them, so they could flourish a little bit more. But she used the word bed. I'm like, oh, it's right. There's a word for everything. Especially if you start searching for things for the internet, you need to know the proper terminology for them. So planter bed is one of them. Thank you, Becky. Hey, guys, I have an idea. Let's check our markers and see if they're working really quick. Hold on. Let's see if this is working. Granted, I might let them sit longer. I think we just did it. I don't know if it's going to really reactivate them that quickly, but... Nah, not so much. Granted, I just did it, so they might be a lost cause, but it's definitely worth a try. You're right. It starts for a couple seconds and then it just goes beep. Might be a lost cause. Wah, wah, wah. All right, well. I'm just glad that one still works. Wait, is this another? This is the one I just had? This is the one that still works? Let me see. Yeah, here's the one that still works. Whew, great. All right. I'll make sure to take this with me to work tomorrow. I mean, granted, we let them sit for like almost the whole stream, right? My old Air Force overcoat is pretty darn close. Yeah, but it's funny because now I'm thinking about it. Hold on. Overcoat, because I used to have this navy. I had this navy duster. It was amazing. I love that jacket. And I gave it to some ex-girl from like a knucklehead. But it's such a badass jacket, and it's I got it at a thrift store for like $20 or $30, and now it's like worth a fortune. I got that back in the late 80s. Before I moved to California, I had that jacket, loved it. Just this old military Navy duster, and it was so well made. It was made to last, is what it was. Try to find one now, it's like, phew, good grief. Yep, here they are. 59. Yeah, 59. There's some black ones. Oh, Temu. Dude, don't buy anything from Temu, people. 45, 60. Honestly, Becky, they're not as bad as I thought they would be. I know the style he's looking for, but definitely want to stick with fabric. This one's more Temu. I'm not buying anything Temu. Screw Temu. Men's dusters. Oh, you know, we should buy. Maybe we should go to a cosplay. I'll go with lightweight dusters. Yeah, you're right. They're like 40. But you're right. The going bracket right now is 40 to 50 bucks for a duster. But I'm thinking, if you did, I think it's just the material, because they just need to look cool. Like, I wonder if there's like maybe like a cosplay store that makes I feel like the Halloween stores make like cheap little dusters, because we could probably get them. What I would probably do is we'd buy some cheap ones and modify, like, make the collars better. Like, I would just make foam insert collar pieces or something just to make them look cool. Pop the collars up on them or something like that. Yeah. Oh my God. You're right, Becky. You can't get them. Yeah, surplus. Here's the thing, Becky. When I was a kid, the surplus store, you get stuff so cheap, and now it's just all that stuff from that war era, from the World War, is gone. People bought it all. It's like they don't keep making it. It's gone. All the surplus stuff is just gone. So anything you can buy now is all modern surplus, which is not nearly as cool. Oh, dang, because I've been working on a blonde ponytail real life through my stream. Through the stream you were doing. Oh, thanks, buddy. We're gonna work on your ponytail. I used some 2 patterns for a handful of cosplays. I have some coats. Most surplus stores don't really sell surplus anymore. Just cheap Chinese. Yeah. Oh my God. Right. JL, you're absolutely right. I went to like a supply store, and like, you're right. It's just cheap, because all the surplus stuff's gone. Like, stuff that was left over from the 60s, well, from the war, 50s, 60s and stuff. It's just like they had piles of warehouses of it, and after a while, it does go away. You know, and then, or also they discover the value of it and they mark it up so it doesn't sell as fast. Oh my God, Russian surplus, man. When I kicked myself in the ass, because when the Iron Curtain fell, you could buy a Soviet space helmet for like 300 bucks. A full-blown real Soviet space helmet. Of course, I was poor at the time. I'm like, oh my God, what? I'll see. And of course, within that year, they're gone. People just bought them. I guarantee most movie surplus houses were like, what? Bought them all. Just jumped on, just bought them by the thousands. So yeah, all the Russian surplus helmets, and they're badass. There's some nice big Soviet space helmets. Like, oh, at my grasp. But some surplus store had them online. Well, they weren't online. They were in a magazine. This is before online. There was in a magazine you could buy them. So I was like, beep, gone, forever. So I'm back to making my own stuff again. Yeah, no, if I'm going to buy something, buy it black. Yeah. Yeah, I remember Becky, it was so hard. Surplus, man. Good old days. It's just that thing, like things you think are going to be around. Now you realize it's just not. Things you see, if you see something, you want to get it, because it's gone. That's one thing I learned over when I was as a kid growing up. There's a phrase our parents used to say, and oh, don't panic, it'll be there when we get back. Like, Dad, wait, look at, oh no, don't, it's all right. It's not going anywhere. It'll be there when we get back. Nope, it will not. It'll not be back. There was a time my friend Ted told this great story about him. They're driving somewhere. I forgot, some road trip going somewhere. And on the side of the road, there's some kind of military display, like all vehicles and tanks and planes on this, out in the desert somewhere. There's all this big military displays. And Ted's like, Dad, we gotta, oh my God, can we stop? Oh, son, don't, like, Ted's like, Dad, please, can we just stop for an hour, look at this stuff? He's like, oh no, we gotta keep on our schedule. It'll be there when we get back. So when they came back, of course, it was all gone. Ted said it was gone because it was a fair for that weekend. It was on display. They came back, it was gone. And Ted said he never forgets that because he was so mad at his father. He's like, dude, I told you, you couldn't take the fucking time to stop. So I just remember that story because it made such an impact on him as a kid. And there's moments like that when your children or somebody asks for something and you just disregard it, like, man, it's, that's one thing I think my wife and I say, the stuff that my parents would do to me, I would never do to my kids in a million years. I grew up in the generation to where you could be seen, but you couldn't be heard. Didn't want to hear you. So when I had friends over, we're all in our room playing and doing our thing, and we started to laugh or have a good time, our parents would yell at us and say, keep it down. Oh, I'm sorry, are we having a good time? Or are we disturbing you? How about this? Then why'd you have us? So, yeah, that generation of people just had kids because they thought that was what they're supposed to do. So, boomers. Yeah, I'm a boomer, and that's the crap we put up with. And, like, they couldn't wait for you to get old enough to get out of the house. I'm like, dude, what the frick? Not now. Everything my parents did, I do the opposite. I love my kids. I support my kids. They can bring kids over. They can laugh and have a good time all they want. Don't care. It's fine. And the other thing, too, is the economy is such shit right now that my kids live with me. And I know my oldest would love to move out, but they can't. And I'm telling you what, my wife's like, we don't want her to go. She can stay here, and she's a contributing part of the family. She helps with groceries, helps with rent. It's like they're not just children, they're a part of the family. Like, wish what we were treated like, but we weren't. So, oh, it's therapy time with Ted on the Evil Ted channel. Oh. Ooh. Anyway, guys, I know I can sit here and babble. What was his boomer thoughts? Things come back every 20 years. That's why all the surplus is gone and sitting somewhere closets after it's worn out from the 90s. Yep, you're right, Kathy. It just goes through waves. But all the, yeah. Dancing is forbidden. Is that like a Footloose, right? You're not a boomer. I was born in 1963. What does that make me? 1963. I'm 61. Or no, am I 60? No, I'm 61 now, right? Now I'm 61, right? I think I am, yeah. I just had a birthday. So, all right, guys. Anyway, we're babbling now. Let's wrap this up. It's at 10:42. Oh, it's almost time for the stream to end anyway. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with today and making this hat. I'm going to go ahead and jump on some things I have to finish up today because I have other things I have to do today. So I want to get that done before I have to make prior commitments to other things. You're a younger boomer. See? I'm on the edge, dude. I know what you're saying. I'm on the edge. But it's just like, I just remember things that, it's like I remember payphones, changing the channel. I lived when there was no more shows, when midnight, almost midnight to 1 o'clock, you have a test pattern on your TV. Because, right for this, kids, the broadcasting system would shut down after hours. So if you're watching TV in the suburbs in the 60s and 70s, and all of a sudden it reached a certain point, the broadcasting ended, it would show up and put a test pattern. And if you ever watched the movie Poltergeist, that's how the movie opens, is a test pattern, because the TV show stops broadcasting. Oh, Boomer ended in 1964. So there you go. Ended Boomer. Well, I'm on the cusp. On the cusp. Again, guys, I love you guys. Thank you for hanging. I can chat with you guys all day. I love it so much hanging out with you guys. I will be back next Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh, really quick, a big shout out to Starbond, the guy that sent me a bunch of glues I love, and so I'm going to be playing around with that stuff as well. All right, Becky, go get your burrito. All right, guys. See you guys. Catch you back next time right here. And don't forget. Wait, where is it? If you have not done it already, please, I highly recommend you do like and subscribe. And tell your friends about it as well. And jump over to the Foam Fanatics. On the YouTube, Facebook, on the Facebook group. And also you can pick up the merch on my links below. Please, I have shirts like this and hoodies and t-shirts. Be part of the Foam Fanatics. Make everything out of foam. It's fun. It's free for everybody.